Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back to yet another taste test. Today I'm going to be tasting a pickle, more specifically a giant red dill pickle. If you are on TikTok at all and interested in food, you may have seen this going around, the big Texas chamoy pickle trend, where there's a pickle that's bright red in color and it is seasoned with chamoy. And chamoy is a sauce or a condiment that's very popular in Mexico. And it's made from dried fruit that has been pickled or brined. So it's got this kind of tangy, salty, fruity flavor and often a bright red color. It is often put on fruit, and there's also dry spin-offs that are also sprinkled on fruit as well. My first taste of chamoy was way back. I did a taste of Mexico back when people were sending me boxes of condiments and candies and sweets and treats from different countries, and I did several videos about Emmy Eats Mexico, and I will put links to that down below in case you missed them. So in that vein, we are going to be tasting this pickle that is nice and big and red, and it's supposed to be seasoned with chamoy as well. But it doesn't stop there. In a lot of these videos that I've seen, the pickle is then stuffed with a bunch of candy and savory snacks and then eaten all as one. But what I find most frustrating, not only in these videos but other tasting videos as well, there is no description of the flavor. It's just, it's really good, or oh, it makes my mouth water. Oh, that's amazing. You have to try this. No, I don't have to try it, but I am going to be trying it. But I just want to know what it tastes like. So I go out and get it myself, and then I do my best to describe it to you so you have an idea of what it tastes like. And you don't have to spend $25 on a chamoy pickle kit. Well, you could if you wanted to, if you wanted that full experience, but you can just listen to me and maybe I can convey that to you vicariously. Alrighty, enough chit chat. Let's go ahead and get started. So I purchased a chamoy pickle kit on Etsy, and it comes with the big Tex dill pickle in chamoy. It comes packaged in a plastic bag with the red brine, and it has a great graphic design with a pickle kind of cactus dude on it. But I got this instead. And I have to say I am disappointed. I checked, and this is still the same company, the San Antonio, Texas Big Tex Dill Pickle in Chamoy. Deliciously sour with a little kick, but this is very disappointing. It's just a sticker on a bag. The other one looked much more professional, while this just looks not so great. The label is peeling. It's just not that professional looking. I'm not really sure what the reason is for the packaging discrepancy. I'm going to guess that there was high demand and they ran out of bags, so they quickly made these labels to stick on here, but it's not a cute look. At any rate, I don't think it will affect the flavor of the pickle. So along with the official Big Tex Dill Pickle, it also came with this little package of goodies. These are the goodies that we'll be adding to the pickle to give us this huge flavor experience. I also have my own supply of Flamin Hot Cheetos. I've also seen people use Takis as well. So Flamin Hot Cheetos is a corn-based crunchy snack that has a tangy and spicy coating on the outside, bright red in color. I love the punch of acidity along with a little bit of heat. They're not cheesy at all, more just tart and spicy and delicious. I like these more than Takis. Alrighty, so have some of those. Let's see what's in the goodie bag. So here's the goodie bag, and I've seen all different kinds of candies added to this. So let's see what I got. There are ones that are pretty specific. For example, the salsaghetti. This is Lucas salsaghetti, and this is a kind of a licorice-like candy, but it's fruity flavored. And I have two of those. Yes, these look to be the same. Two salsaghettis, Swinkles salsaghetti, and then I have some Lucas Gusano candy powder. This is like a chamoy powder by Lucas. And then there's another Lucas Polvos. This one looks like it is also watermelon flavored. This is sweet sour watermelon flavored powder. So more sour watermelon flavored stuff. And then lastly, I have some Gushers, candies that are filled with gushy stuff. I have not had a Gusher in so long. I've got to eat one of those. It's been a really long time since I was middle school maybe. Oh my gosh. It smells like fruit snacks. And this is, oh, that's what they look like. They kind of look like little faceted gems like that. Oh my gosh. They taste like I'm eating a toy. Does that make any sense? Pretty sticky candy on the outside. Inside is filled with a kind of gel. So in terms of the color, I was going to predict that it's orange. It is kind of orange, but it does have a kind of fruit punch flavor to it. Texturally, the outside is very sticky and firm, a little bit waxy, and then inside you've got this kind of fluid gel inside that when you bite it, kind of gushes out. Not a bad fruity candy. I don't really like how it sticks to my teeth, but I was never a huge Gushers fan as a kid. But we were going to put it in a pickle and see what that's like as a combination. Salsaghetti. The first time I had a salsaghetti was in, as I said, my Emmy Eats Mexico video, and this is what it looks like. And then it has a little package in there too of sauce to add to your candy. So let's just try the candy first. Super fun. It's kind of wormy like this, and each piece is about 6 inches long. So let's try it straight up. Kind of a waxy texture. It's a bit like strawberry. It has a powder on the outside, so you might think that it's spicy, but I'm not really detecting any heat. It tastes a little strawberry and watermelon kind of mixed together. Now I'm tasting a lot of not very strong flavor. In terms of texture, it's stretchy. Ooh, that bite was nice and sour. Okay, maybe I got more powder on this one. I'm actually not a huge fan of watermelon flavor, but this candy is good. I like it. It's got a nice little punch of acidity. Alrighty, let's add the salsa to it, the sauce. Let's see what that's like. Ooh, that's like a tamarind sauce. So it's got a nice punch of acidity, slightly kind of dried fruity. Oh yeah. So now we add that to this. That's what makes it like a salsaghetti. This is kind of messy. Mexican lovelies, tell me how to eat this so that it's not messy. Maybe there isn't a messy way. There should be a little fork. Am I missing a fork? My youngest kid would love this. He's so messy. All right, let's try it. You got the sweetness of the candy, the watermelon flavor, which is in the back, and then you've got this kind of wet, tangy sauce on the outside, which kind of ties everything together. I'm trying to detect any heat. Not really any heat. Maybe just a tiny bit, but delightful. All right, so now we have our salsaghetti all sauced, so we can put that in our pickle. We've got our 2 powders now. Let's taste these. These are both by Lucas. I thought this was a powder, but this is actually liquid. This was liquid chamoy. We snap this part off. Yeah, like that. Oops. And then we've got this little applicator, and then you squeeze it. All right, let's see what this one tastes like. Oh no, do I have to open it here? Why isn't it coming out? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that color. It's like acid red. This is cool, I can paint. Oh, that was supposed to be a smiley face. Ta-da! All right, let's taste it. Ooh, again, very tangy, slightly fruity, but nothing specific, and very red. Might be a little bit of heat, but not really spicy for me at all. It does say hot liquid, but it doesn't seem very spicy to me. If anything, sour. Fun. Okay, this is another Lucas, and this is a powder. And this one is gonna be watermelon flavored. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit of heat. Just a little. Now, this is the powder. How do I open this? Twist it? Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. So I was twisting it, but it opens like this. And it says to snap this, I think. Oh yeah. Look at that. That just snaps off. And you have a dispenser like that. Okay, I'm gonna put some on a plate. Ooh, wow, look at that. That looks a little bit like tahine, which is a powder that's often put on fruit. And let's give this a taste. Ooh. It's not spicy. Maybe a little bit salty, a little bit sweet, definitely tangy and watermelony. The powder is very fine and dusty, so be careful when you inhale because it tickles your throat. I don't usually like watermelon flavor at all, but I like it both in the Swinkles salsaghetti and in this Lucas Polvos powder. It works really well. I think it's because it's just not that strong. Awesome! So now we've tasted all the additions. Let's try the pickle. So let's take the pickle out of this. Now the liquid in here is really, really red. And it says dill too, so I'm guessing that these are already dilled pickles. Let's pour the dill pickle brine out first. Wow, look at that color. A lot of red in there. I know on camera it looks to be kind of blood-like in color, but it's not. It's much more transparent and cherry colored. And let's take out the pickle. There it is. Here is the pickle. Alrighty, here we go. My first taste of chamoy dill pickle. Itadakimasu. Wow, is that ever salty? Holy cow. It's so salty. I do taste the dill, and I taste some chamoy flavor, which is kind of fruity and definitely sour. I can't say I'm a very big fan. There is some heat in there. That's nice. I think I picked the wrong shirt to be wearing. Don't recommend wearing a white shirt while eating this, because when I bit it, it just gushed this red brine everywhere. A little bit of heat for sure. A little bit of a fruity flavor, but mostly I tasted dill, and very salty and very sour as well, like a vinegar sour. I'm not a big fan, but I am not a fan of dill pickles in general, so I'm not surprised by my reaction. But I'm still very curious to see what this is going to be like with everything else inside. So I'm going to cut the end so I have a little bit more of a diameter. So that's what it looks like inside. And I'm going to hollow it out a little bit so that I can get all my fillings inside. Just take a little bit of the inside of the pickle out. So everything is red here, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge to see. We're going to put some of our Flamin Hot Cheetos in there. Add a Gusher, salsaghetti, add my Lucas watermelon powder on top, and finally the Lucas chamoy sauce all on top. Look at that. Alrighty, let's give the chamoy dill pickle all dressed up a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. I see it now. For me, the chamoy dill pickle by itself isn't worthy, but once you start adding all these other things, it's absolutely delightful. Number one, the Gushers, the fruity Gushers on top. When you bite them, you get this intense punch of sweetness and fruitiness that offset the very salty, briny flavor of the pickle. Then you get the crunch of the Cheetos, that kind of cactusy succulent crunch. So when you have that dry crunch in there, it's a nice kind of counterpoint to that. Then you've got all these tangy things going on. You've got the Lucas powder, which is a bolt of more tanginess, a dry tanginess, and then that infusion of fruity watermelon flavor. Again, pulls this out of the kind of brine, savory realm into the sweet candy realm. You have this glossy, shiny coating that you put on top that adds a little bit of heat, just the tiniest amount, but more sourness. And the salsaghetti is on there too, which adds a little more kind of candy texture to it. It's a different texture than the Gushers though. A smaller strand, so you get a slightly different kind of chewiness. It all works famously, but each bite you really have to kind of doctor up so that each bite is a explosion of both flavors and textures. And when I mean explosion, I mean it. Like it just explodes in your mouth and gushes everywhere. It's delightful, all of this. You definitely have to have some candy in there. The salsaghetti and the Gushers, to me, are essential in this. Again, to offset the intensity of the sourness, but most importantly, the saltiness. I have to confess, even as a child, I was not a fan of Gushers, but in combination with this salty sour pickle and these crunchy things, these are delicious. This whole combination is fantastic. I highly recommend it, even if it dies your fingers. It's super fun to try, and you really do, in my opinion, need all these other separate components to make this a full experience. So, particularly if you live in the southwest of the US and you can find these ingredients pretty readily, definitely recommend giving this a go. I think it would be absolutely delightful to do with a friend, because then you can both just expound on this experience of taste, texture, and redness. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye! I was going to say, how am I going to get this red off my fingers? But the secret is toothpaste. Toothpaste. Scrub your fingers with toothpaste, and it'll get the red off. I hope. It worked with blue the last time. We'll see. Otherwise I'm going to look like I murdered Elmo.